Welcome back to Jamyy English. I'm Jayz.
And I'm Amy. May is almost done. It has been a full month. We have talked about our stories, our habits, our values, our friendships, our mistakes, and the vocabulary of connection. Today we do something a little different.
We talk about life lately.
The phrase life lately is one of the most natural conversation starters in English. It invites someone to share not just facts, but the texture of their recent days.
How things have felt, what has been on your mind, what has surprised you, what has been harder than expected.
In English conversation, this kind of sharing is both very common and surprisingly undertaught.
Most learners practice, I went to, I did, I saw, the past simple of facts and events.
But native speakers talk about their recent life differently, with more texture, more reflection, more honest emotion.
Today, we give you the language for that, and we model it ourselves, because the end of a month is a natural moment to reflect.
Let's start with the basic question. How have things been lately?
My honest answer, things have been good, honestly better than I expected. The start of the month felt hectic. I had a lot of competing demands, and I was not sleeping especially well. But the middle 2 weeks were really satisfying. A class I have been struggling with for a while finally clicked. That feeling carried me through to now.
I love how specific that is. Not things were fine. A class I have been struggling with finally clicked.
That specificity is what makes life lately interesting to someone else. The small concrete detail is the most honest part.
My version. Honestly, it has been a mixed month. Some weeks felt very productive. I got a lot done and felt clear-headed. Other weeks I just felt foggy. I do not always know why that happens, but I am ending the month feeling reasonably okay, which I will take.
Reasonably okay is a beautiful phrase because it is so honest, not great, not terrible, just genuinely okay.
And most people in most months feel exactly that, reasonably okay.
Let's look at the vocabulary of life lately, because this is a very specific register of English.
Things have been blank. I have been feeling blank. It has been a bit of a blank month. I have had a lot on. I have not had much headspace for blank. I have been trying to blank more lately.
I have had a lot on means there have been many things demanding your attention and energy. It is one of the most common life lately phrases.
I have not had much headspace means I have been too occupied or tired to properly think about something. There was no room in my mental space.
I have been trying to blank more lately signals a recent intention or effort. I have been trying to get outside more. I have been trying to finish earlier. I have been trying to worry less about blank.
Useful life lately phrases. Things have been busy but good. It has been a quieter month than usual, which was actually nice. I have had a lot on at work. I have not had much headspace lately. I have been trying to blank more honestly. It has been a mixed bag.
Mixed bag is another great phrase. It means a combination of good and bad, positive and difficult, with neither dominating.
Now let's look at how to describe specific recent experiences, because life lately is not just a general mood. It includes events, changes, realizations.
Something I have been thinking about a lot lately is blank. Something that surprised me this month was blank. One thing I have gotten better at is blank. Something I am still trying to work out is blank.
All of those are natural, reflective, and they invite genuine conversation.
Something I have been thinking about a lot lately is how much of my energy goes into things I did not consciously choose, habits that formed without me deciding to form them. I want to be more intentional.
That is a genuine reflection, and it opens a conversation because the other person immediately wants to know what kind of things, what would being more intentional look like.
Good life lately, sharing always opens doors.
Something that surprised me this month was how much I missed having proper downtime. I had 2 weeks where I was very productive but barely rested, and by the end of it I felt emptier than when I was less productive.
That is honest and specific, and it connects to a bigger idea about productivity and rest that many people relate to.
Useful phrases for recent experiences. Something I have noticed lately is blank. I have been thinking about blank a lot. Something that surprised me was blank. I have been working on blank. One thing that has shifted for me is blank. I've been trying to be more intentional about blank.
That last phrase again, I have been trying to be more intentional. It is one of the most useful life lately phrases because it shows self-awareness without claiming perfection.
Now let's look at how to ask someone about their life lately in a way that gets a real answer.
The most common question is, how are things? But that question often gets a one-word answer. Fine, good, busy.
To get a more genuine response, be a little more specific.
How has your month been overall? What has been taking up most of your energy lately? Is there anything you have been particularly enjoying or finding difficult recently?
That last question is particularly good because it acknowledges both possibilities, something good and something difficult. It gives the person permission to mention either.
Useful phrases for asking about someone's life lately. How has it been lately? Honestly, what has been on your mind recently? Has anything surprised you this month? What has been keeping you busy? Is there anything you have been finding difficult?
Now, let's talk about the English of reflection, because looking back over a month or a period of time is its own conversational skill.
Reflecting in English uses specific phrases. Looking back, I think blank. If I had to summarize this month in one word, it would be blank. What I am taking forward from this period is blank. One thing I would do differently. 1.
If I had to summarize this month in one word is a great exercise. It forces you to identify the dominant quality of a period rather than just listing events.
My word for May would be deepening. It felt like a month where things that were already present got more serious and more real.
Mine would be uneven. Some weeks were very clear and productive. Others felt scattered. But there was learning in both kinds.
Useful reflection phrases. Looking back on blank, I think blank. If I had to summarize blank in a word, it would be blank. The thing I am taking forward is blank. One thing I would do differently is blank. I think this period taught me blank.
Now, let's talk about sharing recent struggles honestly without it becoming too heavy.
This is an important balance. You want to be real, but you also do not want to make every life lately update into an emotional download that the other person was not expecting.
The key is proportion. A brief, honest mention of a difficulty framed with some perspective lands very differently from a detailed account of everything that went wrong.
It has been a hard few weeks, honestly. Nothing dramatic. Just a lot of small things piling up. I am finding my way through it.
That sentence is honest, brief, and ends with forward motion. I am finding my way through it. It does not require sympathy, but it does not pretend everything is fine either.
Useful phrases for sharing difficulties proportionately. It has been a hard few weeks. Nothing dramatic, just blank. I have been finding blank more difficult than I expected. I have not been at my best lately, but I am working on it. It has been a bit of a slog, but I am getting through it.
A slog is a very British word for something that is slow, difficult, and requiring effort. A bit of a slog is warm and honest without being dramatic.
Now, let's look at sharing recent good things, because life lately is not only struggle.
Something that has made me happy recently is blank. I has been really enjoying blank. One thing I have been grateful for lately is blank. Something small that has made a difference is blank.
Something small that has made a difference. That phrase is interesting because it acknowledges that happiness often comes from small things, not large events.
Something that has made me happy recently is getting back to cooking properly. I went through a long period of eating whatever was fast and easy. The last few weeks I have been cooking real meals again, and it has made an enormous difference to how I feel in the evenings.
Cooking as a form of self-care, specific and real.
Something I have been grateful for is the conversations this podcast has given me reason to think about. Going back through my own experiences to explain them to someone else has been genuinely clarifying.
That is a generous and honest thing to say, and it connects the personal reflection we have been doing all month to the purpose of the show.
Useful phrases for sharing good things. Something that has made me happy recently is blank. I have been really enjoying blank. One thing I have been grateful for is blank. Something small that has made a big difference is blank.
Now let's talk about using life lately, language in professional settings, because people ask how things are at work too.
In a professional context, life lately means, how is the project going? How is the team? How are you managing the workload?
It has been a productive few weeks. We have made good progress on blank. I have been finding blank more challenging than I expected, but we are getting there. The team has been doing really well.
Professional life lately keeps the focus on work and collective effort, less personal emotion, more progress and challenges.
Useful professional life lately. Phrases. Things are moving well. We have had a productive stretch. The main challenge at the moment is blank. I have been pleased with how blank is developing. It has been busy, but we are on track.
Now let's practice a full life lately exchange. Jayz asks me, and I respond naturally.
So, how has May been for you overall?
Honestly, it has been a mixed bag. Some weeks felt very clear. I knew what I was doing and why, and the work flowed. Other weeks I felt scattered, like I was doing a lot but not getting to the things that really mattered. I have been thinking about that gap lately. How about you?
Similar in some ways. I've had a lot on at work, and I have not had as much headspace as I would have liked for things outside of it. But I had one week that was genuinely great. A class I have been working on for months finally started to click, that made the whole month feel worthwhile.
That exchange used. Mixed bag, felt clear, work flowed, felt scattered. I have been thinking about, I have had a lot on, not had much headspace, finally started to click.
All of the vocabulary from today, in natural, real conversation.
That is always the test. Can you actually use it?
Vocabulary review, life lately, phrases, things have been blank. I have had a lot on, I have not had much headspace. I have been trying to blank more lately. It has been a mixed bag.
For specific recent experiences, something I have noticed is blank. Something that surprised me was blank. Something that has made me happy is blank. I have been trying to be more intentional about blank.
For reflection, looking back, I think blank. If I had to summarize in one word, it would be blank. The thing I am taking forward is blank. I think this period taught me blank.
For sharing difficulties proportionately, it has been a hard few weeks. Nothing dramatic, just blank. I have not been at my best, but I am working on it. A bit of a slog, but I am getting through it.
And for asking about someone else, how has it been lately? Honestly, what has been on your mind? Is there anything you have been finding difficult? What has been keeping you busy?
Life is not just a list of facts. When you share what things have actually been like, real conversation begins.
That is what May has been about.
We will see you tomorrow on Jamyy English.
Let's also look at something that connects life lately to the bigger picture, the way that reflecting out loud helps you understand your own life better.
There is a reason journaling and therapy and honest conversations with close friends all work similarly. Putting experience into words clarifies it.
When you have to find the English for something you have been feeling, you are forced to be more precise about it than you might be in your first language.
I have experienced this myself. Trying to describe a complicated emotion in English slows me down, and in that slowing down I often understand it more clearly.
The second language becomes a kind of mirror.
So practicing life lately in English is not just a language exercise, it is a reflection exercise.
Useful phrases for that reflective quality. I have been trying to work out why blank. I think what I am really feeling is blank. It took me a while to put words to it, but blank, I did not realize until I said it out loud that blank and.
That last one is particularly real. I did not realize until I said it out loud. Sometimes you do not know what you think until you hear yourself say it.
In any language.
Now, let's also look at how life lately connects to June, because the themes are about to shift.
May has been the month of telling your own story. Your hometown, your family, your values, your relationships, your habits, very personal, very inward-facing.
June moves outward. The theme of June is people and how we relate to each other. Meeting new people, building trust, navigating difference, supporting each other through difficulty.
Life lately will still be there as a conversational tool. But June adds the other person more centrally to the picture.
How you show up for other people. How other people show up for you, the English of those moments.
Today is a bridge between the two. You have been learning to talk about your own life clearly and honestly. That is the foundation. Now you are going to learn to do the same with and for other people.
Useful phrases for looking ahead. I am looking forward to blank. I am curious about blank. I want to work on blank going into the next period. One thing I am taking forward is blank.
Those phrases are forward-looking without being overly ambitious. They are genuine.
What I am taking forward from May, a clearer sense that specificity is what makes any English conversation real. Not vocabulary size, not perfect grammar. The specific, honest detail.
What I am taking forward, the reminder that language is not just a tool for information transfer. It is how people understand each other and feel understood.
Both of those are things we believe deeply and have tried to build into every episode this month.
Thank you for spending May with us.
One more episode to go. See you tomorrow.
Take good care.